Hello, and welcome to Living in His Shadows with LG Hargis. I had some really cool things to talk to you about today. And one is when you pray and you believe and trust the Lord, what happens when your prayers aren't answered? And I was just looking up some scriptures to read today, and Psalm 37 says, "Do not fret because of those who are evil, or be envious of those who do wrong. For like the grass they will soon wither, and like green plants they will soon die away." This is the one I wanted to talk to you about, 37:3. "Trust in the Lord and do good, dwell in the land and enjoy safe pastures. Take delight in the Lord." This is 37:4. "Take delight in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." So that sounds like when you pray. My husband said God's not a genie. No, God is not a genie, and we rub the lamp. But he says in His Word in Psalm 37:4, He will give you the desires of your heart. So sometimes you don't get them. So I'm like, well, let's look into that a little further. And then I found James 4. I'll start reading, and I'm going to read specifically 3. I'll tell you when I get there. "What causes fights and quarrels among you? Don't they come from your desires that battle within you? You desire, but you do not have, so you kill. You covet, but you cannot get what you want, so you quarrel and fight. You do not have," this is the important part, "because you do not ask God. When you ask, you do not receive, because you have asked with wrong motives, that you may spend what you get on your pleasures." And then there's another scripture in the Bible that talks about leaving your gift at the altar if you have unforgiveness in your heart. There's another scripture that talks about if a man's mean to his wife, it will hinder his prayers. So you can look those up. I can give you some hints. But there's some things we need to concentrate on. What is there anything blocking our prayers, and how can we change that and fix that in ourselves? There's a lot of things we need to work on as human beings, but I just wanted to share that with you. God is our Father, and we can trust Him. Anyway, have a wonderful, marvelous, glorious day. And I had mentioned on my last video that I've been reading some good books by my aunt, Betty. And you can find her books at bettykemper.com. A lot of faith-building books, a lot of scripture, and testimony. Testimony is the one thing I miss in church. They just don't do it like they used to. And testimony of others really can build us up. So if you have a good testimony, you can email me at authorlghargis@gmail.com, and I can, if it's all right, share your testimony. Thank you, and have a wonderful, marvelous, awesome, glorious day.